Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. In today's video, I'm gonna refresh the products that I have in my current Shop My Stash. So I started this in January, and once a month, I refresh the products that I've pulled out. And this is really working for me. As I've said in all these videos, last year I tried to do a project pan and I wasn't very successful at that. So what I'm doing instead is every month I'm picking a new whole face of products to use, and I'm using them through the month, and then I swap them out, and that's working for me. I think I've got a couple of empties in here, like a primer empty. So it's super exciting. Anyone else, when I get close to being done, especially some sort of makeup product, I get so excited. But any kind of product I use up, I get excited. Like, I'm so excited every time I take something and put it in my empties bin, which that bin is full. So I will be doing an empties video here right away. Where are you going, Bert? I'm gonna do that today. I have a whole, of course, this is now May, so I've done 4 of these videos so far. So I'll link that playlist down below if you wanna check out the other videos where I've refreshed this Shop My Stash that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna first show you the products that I have used in the last month, and then we'll go over to where I keep all of my makeup, and we'll pick out a full face of new products. I'm just gonna go, I've got 6 drawers. I'll just go down the drawers and go from there. So some of these products I've been really great at using, and some of them I have not. So let's get into it. Okay, these are the current products that I have up on my desktop here. So I keep everything in this little organizer and try to keep it limited to that, because I've also got my eyebrow stuff, my lip liner stuff, and then the sea of lipsticks. This is not in my Shop My Stash, it's just one that I'm currently using. I'm gonna keep that out. And I just recently got this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So I'm actually gonna put that in my Shop My Stash. I think I'll have a look through, but I definitely wanna keep this out because I just got it. This cream shadow from Charlotte Tilbury in Oyster Pearl, I don't think I can put it away. I am wearing this every single day. It's what I have on today. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna keep that out here as well. I'll probably pull something else out, but yeah, I can't put it away because I love it so much. So those will stay out. Same with this Tarte Primer. This is the Timeless Smoothing Primer, and it's pretty new. I picked it up in the most recent Sephora sale. I did have one last year. This is just the mini. I do love this, so I'm gonna keep it out. And then I'm gonna put back this little mini powder from Tatcha. It's the Silk Powder. There's still a ton in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. It's at least half full. I have used it consistently every day, but you know, I have dry skin, so I don't use a ton of powder. I don't dislike this as much as I thought I did, but I certainly don't love it. So I'm gonna put it back, pull something else out. I have used this up. This is empty. Now, I don't actually think you can get this anymore, which is too bad, but you can see I've finished it up today. I'm very happy that I finished it up. It's really pretty. You know, it's just a really nice hydrating primer, and it does give a glassy skin effect. So again, though, I don't think, for whatever reason, Touch in Sol doesn't make this anymore. It's too bad. They do have a couple other primers on their website, and I do have at least one primer from them still, but I was super excited to use that up. So that's gonna go in my empties bin. I have this powder bronzer from Viseart, and I don't think you can get this anymore. I picked it up in a boxy pop-up sale for next to nothing, honestly. I love it, but I am gonna put it back and pull out a different powder bronzer. I'm gonna put back this Patricktaw Brow Wax. This is the one in clear. I love this. I think I used it today. It gives me a really pretty feathery brow look, and I really enjoy that. But I'm gonna put it back and pull something else out. And I don't think I used this even once. This is from Ciate London, and it's the Velvet Palette. And I really thought I might like these for sort of a topper shade effect, but I just didn't reach for it. So I'm gonna take it out of here and put in something else that I might get some use out of, because just for whatever reason, I didn't reach for any of these in a whole month. It's not great. Okay, and then in my caddy here, this Makeup by Mario highlighter, it's the Soft Glow highlighter, and I have it in Pearl. It's funny, when I first got this, I didn't really enjoy it. You can see how much I've used. Like, I've got quite a good size pan going there. I used it consistently through the month, and I like it better than my first impressions on this product. I will say it's not my favorite highlighter. It's not all the things I want in a highlighter, and I do find that this does accentuate my texture a little bit, more so than other ones that I love. However, it's a perfectly fine highlighter, and I will continue to use it, but I am going to pull it out and put something else in. This KVD Good Apple foundation, I'm going to pull it out. I did use it a couple of times. I am planning a dupes video with this. It's a product that I don't reach for, and I do find that although it goes on quite nice and balmy, later in the day my skin looks dry, and I struggle with dry skin, so this is probably not a great fit for me. However, I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to take it out of my Shop My Stash and put something else in. And again, I do feel like I have found a bit of a dupe for that product from the drugstore. I'm going to keep this in. It's a little mini of the new Nars Foundation. I've got only a couple more uses left in this little sample size. This is a really nice foundation, and initially I was going to get the full size, but after using this little mini one, I've used it at least 10-11 times at this point. I like it. It's a really nice foundation. I think for me it's kind of a satin finish, medium coverage. It's just not my favorite foundation. I prefer others over this. So I'm not going to get the full size. Besides, there's other foundations I really want to try, but I'm going to keep that in for now because I want to just use up that little sample. I'm going to take out this cream bronzer from Tarte. I do love this. It's one of my favorites for sure. It just sits so pretty on the skin. This is a little mini. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I used it all month long, so I'm going to put it back, take something else out to get some use out of. I'm actually going to put this back. This is from Wet n Wild, and it's a single shadow in the shade Brulee. And this is a product that I think it's like $1. And I've had so many of these over the years. I used to use it to set my concealer down before I would go in with powder shadows, but I'm going to put it away because the only thing I'm reaching for right now is this. And so I don't need to do that step. I'm going to get rid of this, you guys. I'm going to throw this out. It's the mini of the Nars blush in Orgasm. I don't like this blush. I used it today. It's just way too shimmery. And also I've had it a long time, so there's no reason to keep it. It's too shimmery. I like a matte blush. I don't like a blush with shimmer in it. So I'm going to get rid of that. Of course, I'm going to keep out this Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector. I have it in the shade Quartz. I use this. I do use it as a highlighter, but mostly how I use it is as a shadow topper. I have it on today. Love it. So pretty. I'm still loving that. 6 months in, and I reach for this almost every day. I'm going to put back this little cream blush from Lila B. I picked this up in a BoxyCharm sale. This is quite an expensive brand. These feel like little weighted pebbles. Like, the component is so cute. It's so tiny, like you can see there on my hand. And this is more pink than I like in a blush, to be honest, but I picked it up in a Boxy pop-up sale, and I want to say this was the only shade available. So I'm going to put it back and just pull something else out, but it's a really nice product. And I have a mini of this Nars powder bronzer in Laguna. I love this. I've used it consistently. When I'm not using the Viseart one, I'm reaching for this one. It's gorgeous. I really like this. So I'm just going to put it back in my collection and pull something else out. Let's go up top here because this is finished. I used this Cover FX setting mist. It's empty, so that will go in my empties bin. I think I'm going to keep this in here. It's from Becca, and it's the Velvet Blurring Primer, and honestly, I feel like I have nothing left in there. Like maybe one use. So I'm going to keep it in here, but it's the primer that just keeps giving. I keep feeling like it's empty, and then I go to use it, and nope, there's still some in there. So I'm going to keep it in just to use it up. I'm gonna put back this Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I've used a ton of this, you guys. It's probably down to there. So I'm gonna put it back just to force myself to use something else. But this right now, between this and the Ordinary foundation, it's really all I need. Like, I love these two. They're so pretty. But I am gonna put it back, force myself to reach for something else. I think I'm gonna keep this in. It's just a product I reach for all the time. I feel like if it's not sitting out here, I'll just be reaching in the drawer for it. I use this as a primer. I use it as a highlighter. This is just a product I use all the time. So I'm gonna keep that one in. And that's same with this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. I don't reach for this as much lately as I once did. I used to use this just sort of in my T-zone as a final step to mattify there, but I mean, you can see I have used a considerable amount of it, but it's not a product I reach for as much as I once did, because I don't mind if I look a little more glowy in that area right now. So I will keep it out because I do reach for it. And then as far as these two powders, this one from Laura Mercier, it's the Matte Radiance Baked Powder. That name makes no sense. It's just a shimmery finishing powder. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna take it out because I have one that I wanna put in that I haven't used a ton. So I used this maybe twice, but I sort of have 3 powders like this and I wanna just continue to cycle through them. So we'll take that out. And then I did use this once. This is from KVD and it's the Locket Powder Foundation, and I was hoping I could use this more as a finishing or setting powder, but this is an incredibly full coverage product. It's a product I should just honestly declutter out because I think I got this in a BoxyCharm. I do think it was my choice item, but just sort of by default because I don't think anything else was a good choice for me. It's too heavy of a powder for me. So yeah, I haven't finished up my decluttering, but maybe that's one that should go out. I'll take it out of here for now because I'm not reaching for it. This Ordinary concealer, I feel like I'm close to being done and I love it, so it stays. This Lancome Teint Idole Concealer, I use this as an all-over foundation, and I have been saying since the start of this Shop My Stash that I only have a couple uses left, and yet I just continue to use it. It also is a product that just keeps giving. I can't use it up. I'll keep it in here, try to get through it. I'm going to keep this Ace Beauté eye primer in here, eyeshadow base. I really enjoy this product and I have been reaching for it quite a bit. And I maybe have one other small sample, but I'll just keep that in. I'm gonna take out this one from Clinique. It's the Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. I love this concealer. I reached for it a ton, but I just wanna pull out something else. I'm gonna take out this M Cosmetics Liquid Blush. This is it in Rose Milk? Yeah, Rose Milk. I just don't like this, you guys. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't like this product. I used it today. I've used it a handful of times. I find it oily. I find it hard to use. I have to tap it on with my fingers. I have to be very careful. It disrupts my foundation underneath. I don't feel like it lasts terribly long on its own. I just don't love it. And I want to, but I don't. And then I'm gonna throw this out. This is from Cover FX. I've had this like, I don't even wanna know how many years, honestly, forever. These are beautiful. This is the Custom Enhancer Drops, and I think this is, yeah, in Moonlight. I would definitely buy this again if I came across Cover FX products somewhere. It's a beautiful product, but I've had it so long. It's so thick and kind of goopy anymore. It doesn't perform like it once did. So I'm gonna throw that out. And then this is the foundation that I put on today from Milani, the Conceal and Perfect. I've used this a few times since it's been in this Shop My Stash, and it's nice. It's a nice drugstore foundation. It has kind of medium coverage. It has a soft satin skin-like finish. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's also nothing spectacular, so I don't reach for it because I have others that I like more. So I'm just gonna put that back in my collection. And then up here I have my favorite mascara from Bite. I have this one from Merit that honestly probably needs to go in the garbage. I've just had it too long at this point. I have this one from ColourPop that I've reached for a couple of times, and it is surprisingly beautiful. It's a brown mascara, but on days when I just want, you know, a more natural mascara look, which is almost never, but I have reached for it a few times. I have this primer from Luna Magic, and I just don't love it, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Also, I've had it for a very long time. I have this Maybelline Sky High, and it's just not my favorite, but also I've only used it a couple of times, so I'm gonna keep it and see if I can get a bit more use out of it. Same with this one from Blink. I've only used it a couple of times. Didn't feel like it was anything special and didn't really enjoy it, but I will keep it in there for now. And then from L'Oreal, I have this Lash Paradise base. To be honest, since I'm using the Bite all the time, I rarely use a primer anymore, but I'll keep it because I feel like it's still good. And then this Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick, I still haven't used. Where can I put it? I need to put it somewhere where I see it better, because I feel like part of the issue is I have it here with my mascaras and it gets lost in there and I keep forgetting to use it. Okay, so those are the ones we're keeping in. Those are the ones that are going in the garbage, and these are the ones we're putting back in the drawers. So let's do that. Okay, so there is where I keep all of my makeup, and then these are all my face palettes up top. So we'll just keep all that there. I do reach for sort of that row the most, that's why they're there. Okay, for primers, I want to pull out this one from The Ordinary. It's one I know I love and haven't used in quite a few months. I'm going to pull that out. And then I do already have a pore filling one because I've got the Tarte one up there. I think that's good for primers. For setting sprays, I've got a Maven Beauty one up there that I'm using right now. And then I only have these two here, so not a ton to get through really. I'll probably use up that Maven one in the next month and then work on one of these after. Okay, for foundation, I want to pull out, I know, this one from The Ordinary because I'm planning on purchasing from The Ordinary soon. And there's not a ton left in here. Like I would say it's probably down about there. So I want to order a new one. So I'm going to work on using up this one because I'm placing that order anyway. I might as well order one of these. Probably do that in the next month, place that order. So if I could use up some of this, that would be great. That is one of my all-time favorite foundations anyway. It will not be a struggle to use. And then I think I have a concealer up there. I'm going to keep that new NYX one up there. This LYS one is new to me as well. But then I would have too many up there. So I'll leave that one in here for now. And then for blushes, you know, I just want to pull this out. This is nothing new. I love this. It's my favorite cream blush of all time. It will not at all be a struggle to use, but I just want to use it. So I'm going to pull it up. Use that, and then I think for powder blush I'm going to pull this one from Glowish and put it in this current Shop My Stash because it is quite pretty and I haven't used it very much. So let's do that. And also I think I'm going to pull out one of these little mini Rare Beauty liquid blushes. Probably this one. This is the shade Hope. Let's pull that one out. Okay, I want to pull out this highlighter from Givenchy. This is the Prism Libra highlighter. It was limited edition. You can't get it, but I do love it. And I haven't used it now for a few months. So let's pull that out. And what else? I'm gonna pull this out and just put it up here because I do want to reach for it a little bit. But I think I'm gonna pull this one out for my powder bronzer because I, like, honestly hardly used it at all. What else have I got in here? I feel like I just had that one out. Let's pull this from Rare Beauty. It's the cream bronzer. Love this product. It will not at all be a struggle to use. And then we need some kind of creamy highlighter product. You know, it's funny, I don't really have a lot of options for cream highlighter. We should probably pull this out and try to get some use out of it. It's getting pretty old. Okay, now for powders. Okay, I know I want to pull out this one from Jouer. It's more like a shimmery finishing powder. So let's pull that one out. And then for an everyday, I'm gonna pull this one out from e.l.f. actually. Finishing powder, perfect. Let's try that one. I haven't used that one in a long time. Okay, now what have we got in here? Get some stuff out of the way. I think I want to pull out this little e.l.f. quad. It's 2 brow waxes and 2 brow shadows. I really like this product, so I want to pull that out for brows. These are just all empty from the Sephora single shadows. I just kept the cases in case I wanted to take them out of the Z palette. Ooh, let's take out this Dazzle stick. I feel like I've hardly used this by KVD and it's so pretty. Take that out. And what else? I think that's probably good, to be honest. Some of these I just need to declutter. And from Natasha Denona, I'm gonna pull this palette out as well. Try to get some use out of it. Ayana, I don't think I've really used it, maybe a handful of times. Okay, now the trick. We gotta get all this back in here. Okay, well, we did better than we normally do. I got almost everything in there. And there we go. We'll work on this stuff for the next month. See how we go. So there you go, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.